Hi, I'm Shannon McGee, franchise owner with Network and Action Music City and the surrounding areas of Nashville. And today I have Kerri Burton with Fraction 4 Strategies. Thanks for joining me, Kerri.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm really interested to hear the genesis of your company. Tell us a little bit about you and what led to Fraction 4 Strategies.
Well, I have about a 20-year history in working in operations with various companies. And it was last year that I started really thinking about what I was passionate about in the things that I really do on a daily basis. And when I looked at boiling that down, it came to me that it was really the strategy part of the business. It was the finding of the solutions. It was laying, scalable foundations within an organization that can help them grow and build for years to come. And so I really decided this was something I thought that small businesses could really utilize and fill a gap for them. So many small businesses have the need for that strategic operational support, but they don't really have the need for it full time. So I really wanted to help, fill that gap for them. And so I can come in as that part-time fractional COO, or also just fill a role in a project. So maybe they have a project and they need support and need someone to lead that project with their team members. That's also a role that I can fill on a part-time basis. And so I really just look to offer these services where I can utilize my passions and my strengths and benefit the small business.
So, Kerri, I know a lot of businesses, they look to the CEO should be doing all of these things. And then at some point they're scaling, they're growing and they need help. And so that concept of fractional COO still may be difficult for some people to understand, like when might they need you? So you mentioned projects and others, but what are some things that companies should be thinking of to where, as you said, you can help them
Mhm.
without that permanent headcount?
Yes. So I think when a CEO reaches that point of they feel like they are working so much in their business on a daily basis that they can't really work on their business. So when they have stepped out of that visionary role and they're doing all these daily tasks or managing all of these meetings or overseeing all of these smaller projects, that's really a time that the CEO may come to someone like me and say, I need some support for a period of time. I need you to come in and run this project for me, or we need a new payroll system put into place, and I don't have time to do the interviews for the payroll company. That's something that I can come in and do. I have a lot of history, for example, with various payroll companies. So these are just examples, but these would be reasons that a CEO would say, oh, wait, I'm way over my head right now. And we want CEOs to be focused on that visionary. We want them to know obviously what's going on in their company, but they're really best served if they can be out there potentially doing business development or deciding what's going to be next in their business. Where do they want to grow, and thinking big picture. And so they don't necessarily need to be day to day in that business, in the operational things. And so that's the gap that we fill. And that could look like a couple hours a week, or it could look like a couple hours a month. And that will really vary depending on the situation in the business.
You know, one of the things that I really love about your approach, because there's companies and other industries out there that it's kind of like this huge commitment. And if someone's unsure, like, am I ready for this? Do I need to test the waters? The idea they can give you a project, the idea that they're like, let's try it out for, like help me 2 hours a week. Let's talk about these things that should come off my plate. The
Right.
fact that you meet them where they are to take them where they need to be is pretty awesome. So Kerri, if someone wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way to reach you?
Well, they can reach out on our website, fractionforstrategies.com, or they can reach me at 615-733-9505, or at Kerri at fraction-force.com.
Thank you for joining me today, Kerri. I
Thank
love what you're
you.
doing.
Thanks so much.